Yo, welcome to Friends with Davey. It's me, your boy, Davey Jackson. With me in studio, as always, producer Joshua Cabaza. Producer Josh, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
How's it going, dude?
Doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah, doing
You got
good.
a big old show coming up in Austin, right?
Yes, they do it. Monk's Jazz. Go
Monk's
check it
Ass,
out.
baby.
Monk's Ass.
Monk's Jazz.
Monk's Ass, dude. That's where he's doing the show. Pretty exciting, right?
Hey, Bar.
Hey, we've also got Lil Edward.
What's
Edward
up?
Hernandez. What's up, dude?
What's up, suckers?
Back on the live stream
Oh, yeah.
after a hugely successful two-part series about how to survive in prison.
I made it somehow, so I guess it was successful.
And now we're going to talk about life outside the joint.
Oh, damn.
And of course, our bonus friend, Taylor
Hi.
Bailey, she actually made it this time.
I am back from the Oregon Trail.
She's back from having dysentery, Josh.
Oh my
Do
God.
you know what dysentery is,
Total
Josh?
for everybody.
It's doo-doo.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
found that out
real bad
that
diarrhea.
night, so
It's total.
Yeah, that's what she had. She was just, pooping her pants.
That's awesome.
Yeah, quite a bit.
No,
Filled them up.
so you look like one of the baboons at Southwest
hate
Research.
You had a cough. She had a cough. It was the rickets. She had
Oh
the
my
rickets. not
God.
dysentery.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
So
Nice.
she's gonna be live chatting tonight. She's gonna be interacting with all the folks in the chat. We've already got a few people showing up. Wendy May is here.
Hi,
What's
Wendy.
up, Wendy?
Hi, Tim.
Wendy. you
Dr.
have
Tim's
it your
already here
way.
too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, love
Dr. Tim is always on.
He's always here.
Obviously, Dr. Tim.
He's not a real doctor,
But
Dude,
but
you
he's a
gotta
big
call
fan
him
of.
out like that.
neither is Dr. Dre.
Doctor of Love.
That's a really good. I wonder if Dr. Dre is a big fan of Dr. Pepper too, and that's why he chose that name.
I had a doctor once named Dr. Pepper.
A real doctor?
Yeah.
That's not a real doctor.
No, I was at the hospital and
Where'd you meet
I
this
broke
doctor?
my arm and I was in the hospital and my mom was like, "Your name's Dr. Pepper? Oh my God, that's so cute. You do that for the kids?" And they were like, "No,
No, it's just my name.
that's my name, bitch."
Real upset. I'd be upset if that was my name. It'd be worse if your last name was like Pepsi, Dr. Pepsi.
My neighbors growing up their last name was Dick Ryder. No kidding. It was
Is
German.
that a bit? Or
It was Dickriter, Dick Reiter.
Yeah.
But
when you spelled that in my brain, it came out Dick Liquor.
All right.
that's
well,
what you wanted to do. Okay,
How
but-
Freudian of you, Taylor.
I know.
Wow.
Oops.
Silly little brain.
But yeah, they were the Dick Riders. Luckily, it was two sons. It was Brian and Walter Dick Ryder because it wasn't the mom was Mrs. Dick Ryder. But yeah.
This is Dick Ryder.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, I mean but it was
She had
weird
two
because my
kids.
parents called them the Duck Riders when we were kids, and I didn't know why. I was like, but it's Dick Rider because I didn't know what a Dick Rider was. So like I said, oh, a Dick Rider. I was like, okay, so
My little brother's in the military, and one of his military buddies, he's a major, and his last name is Blumpkin. Major Blumpkin.
Are you talking about your little brother, Justin?
My little brother Justin Governall. That's right. Yeah.
you know.
Major Blumpkin, dude.
That is the first shirt that I made. Because I found out what a Blumpkin was.
Oh, it's great.
And if anyone doesn't know what a Blumpkin is when you get a blowjob while you're sitting on the toilet
Thank
taking
you
a
for
dump.
explaining, Edward.
I'm
Let's
so
not-
happy my mom's watching
Yes.
this right now.
And when I
Hey,
heard
Mom.
that, I thought that was so funny and so disgusting at the same time. Because
I had to try it. You know?
I don't take I've never even been with a girl that takes a dump. Like no girl, no. Ever have I been?
None
with
of
a
your
girl
girlfriends
that-
poop?
No, none of them do.
Well,
They're like Kim Jong Un.
maybe you should hang out with Taylor a little
They
more.
don't even have buttholes unless I'm trying to stick it in there.
Why am
But-
I getting roasted?
But yeah, so I just that shitting. So for someone to give someone a blowjob while they're taking a dump,
Where are we
I couldn't
going
even.
tonight?
I wouldn't want to talk to that person anymore after
Honestly, turn this shit off. We're done today. We're done. See you next
We're
week.
all going to jail.
But
We're going
so-
back to jail.
So when
Edward.
I heard what that was, and I just started comedy, it was that the LOL had just opened up. I was in that contest.
the one at Fort Blanco?
Yes.
Nice.
And it
Okay.
so this was 14 years ago, and I was brand new at comedy. I'd been on stage like 2 times. And I made this shirt that said Blumpkin, and it had a question mark at the end.
No
Yes, no.
contact.
And on the back, it just said Blumpkin with a question mark, and on the back it said you had to ask. And I wore that to the contest, and I remember some dude that I was in the round with, because Jay LaFar, I just met Jay LaFar like the week before, and he was at the table talking to some dude, and I walked up and I said, "Hey, what's up, Jay? And do you know who this other dude so-and-so is? He's in this round." And he goes, "Yeah, this is him right here." And the dude, I go, "Hey, man, I'm Edward." And the dude looks at my shirt, and he looks at Jay, and he goes, "Blumpkin." He goes, "They told me that I had to be clean, and he wears a Blumpkin shirt." And he just stormed off, and
He quit the contest?
No, he went off, and he wasn't. We did our, and I won. That's when I won 3rd place, and went on the road with Juan, and he took me on the road and everything because But the Blumpkin shirt, I don't know how to-
Because of the Blumpkin bit.
But I that shirt is somewhere in my closet.
How long did it take for you to adjust your brand so you weren't the Blumpkin guy
No,
anymore?
no one even knew me. I wore it one time and one time only.
Oh, it was It was just that one exclusive deal.
I didn't make merch. I just made a shirt.
I think you should make merch. I'd buy it.
And
You'd buy a Blumpkin shirt?
Maybe.
look,
Dang.
your mother's really
My
upset
mom
with you now.
literally
Your
just
mother
said
just,
LOL. My mom is not impressed with this conversation.
If she's
I told her
laughing
this was
out
an
loud,
educational
But
podcast.
if she wants a daughter with a
true crime, mom.
shirt.
Well, actually, this episode is kind of true crime, Josh, because Edward, he went to jail for robbing one jewelry store, just the one that he robbed, and then went to prison for it for 7 years.
I got a 7-year sentence. I did 6 years on it.
Did 6 on a 7. You were supposed to get what, like 10 or 15?
20.
20 years.
Their offer was 20. I wouldn't take it.
And you countered.
They wouldn't take my counter either. My counter was, they said take 20 ag, and I said no, I'll take 20 non-ag. I was willing to take the 20, but just drop the aggravated off of it.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And what that means is, because I didn't know what that means, because I wish I would have known what an aggravated offense and a non-aggravated offense are.
I aggravate Davey every day.
Okay, but if you did it with a weapon, it'd step it up a level. Okay?
She was
Don't
aggravating
tip me.
and
Don't
stabbing
tip
me.
me.
Yeah, but because like if you go up to someone and I'm on the streets and I say, "Hey, little girl, give me your wallet and your purse," and you go, "Oh my God, please don't hurt me," and I take it and I run off. That's robbery, but it's not aggravated robbery.
I wasn't irritated enough.
I didn't have a weapon.
It's got to involve
that was robbery
some
by
sort
threat.
of weapon.
Okay.
But if I slammed you down, then it turns aggravated because then you're injured.
Oh, interesting.
Instantly, yeah. So if I hurt you or grab you and rough you up, then that's aggravated too. But if I just say I'm gonna knock the shit out of you, or if you don't give me your purse, and
So
you say,
just a
okay, here,
threat
take
doesn't
it.
do it.
It's robbery by threat.
I
It's
got
still
you.
robbery. No, but check this out. And you get a 10-year sentence for that. They treat it just like if you had a gun in someone's face. You might as
Really?
well have had a gun. But I didn't know this. But when we robbed the jewelry store, my buddy had a Mac 11.
Right.
So there was a weapon involved. So we were all charged with aggravated robbery.
Even though you didn't have one.
Yes, per se.
Correct.
Your Honor.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
So
Let the record show.
let the record reflect that no weapon was found on my behalf. But so it was aggravated, but when they started looking for us though for aggravated robbery, my friend Mark, he was on parole already. So he knew exactly how the law worked, and he was like, "Bro, they're looking for Freddie." He was like, "Fuck, dude, this is aggravated." And I said, well, "What the fuck's that mean?" And he was like, well, "Fuck, dude, it's aggravated."
That sounds worse for
yeah,
sure.
he was like, "That means there was weapons involved, and we have to do more time of your sentence if you have aggravated charges. Like if it's non-aggravated, you come up for parole on a 10-year sentence in 10 months.
Sure.
If it's aggravated, you come up in 2.5 years.
Oof.
At that time, you have to do 1/4 of it. Now you have to do 1/2.
Oh, so you'd have to do 10 years before you were eligible for parole?
Yes, I would have to do 10 on the 20 just to be but I was under the 1/4 at that time.
Right.
So I would have had to do 5.
Okay.
I had to do 5 to come up for rejection, but then they would have treated it just like it was aggravated anyway.
Absolutely.
But the DA didn't realize that, and I didn't know this. But when I told him just drop the aggravated on the 20, and I'll take the 20, and he said no, it's aggravated. There was a weapon, and I said okay, give me 10 aggravated, and I'll take the 10. And he goes, nah, man. He goes, look at it this way. If you take 10, you'd have to do 2.5. If you take 20, you have to do 5. If you do 2.5, you could do 5. What's the big deal?
This looks like a lot of math. I'm
It's
just saying.
just 5 years of your life. No big
dude.
deal.
And I was like, dude, I had never spent the night in jail when we got arrested for this charge. And, I'd been arrested and bonded right out for bullshit, disorderly conduct, fighting, and drinking
The
in
gas
public.
station incident where you...
I never got arrested for that.
Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
I mean,
we
I'll
don't have to talk
tell
about
it. I
that at
think
all.
The statute.
Snitch, bro.
I know. I just dry snitched Eddie. My bad.
No, but
My bad.
it's okay. The statute of limitations has
Oh, okay.
passed
We're
already.
good. We're good.
I
Yeah.
have to
Okay.
interrupt this conversation
What's
because
going on?
there's a birthday girl in the chat right
Who's
now.
that?
Hannah McCoy.
Happy birthday, Hannah
Happy
McCoy.
birthday,
Shout
Hannah.
out.
Yeah.
Hannah.
Let's get the air horn going or applause. Look at that. We got crowd applause for Hannah McCoy. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that.
How
What
old is
about mine?
Hannah?
I did it. Horn thing.
Oh, yeah. You did the... Good
How old
job.
is Hannah?
Yeah.
Did she tell you how old she is?
Hannah, how old are you? Please be over 18.
Yeah, I know. Like this is inappropriate. Don't know
Alright, we're
about
sending a happy
Blumpkin.
birthday.
Hannah's ruined because she heard about the Blumpkin now. Did you
Yeah.
hear about Hannah the Blumpkin? Dude?
I think she actually
Hannah
came in
Blumpkin
after
McCoy.
the
Happy
Blumpkin conversation,
birthday.
so thank you for circling back to
Oh, you know
it.
what? Someone said... Oh, Tim said HBD, Hannah, which is Happy Blumpkin Day, obviously.
Yes, happy Blumpkin Day,
And I'm
Hannah.
leaving. Goodbye.
Hannah's Blumpkin Day is what it stands for. HBD.
Yeah. Okay. So you did your 6 years on the 7 after you went through the entire case and everything.
Yeah.
But once you, I mean, we talked a lot about what happened in prison, which was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the gang stuff.
Yeah.
The different groups.
And that was just a good stories.
Yeah, those are just the stories we can tell on YouTube.
Demonetized.
Like, dude,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
there was a midget that I was in prison with. That was
Little person, Edward.
No, big-headed, bow-legged guy is what
No,
they call
they still prefer to be called little people or dwarves.
My future was just
Look, bro.
destroyed with that statement.
This was-
oh my God.
Hey.
Canceled, and I didn't even say anything.
Hey, this was 90 when I was at Beto, so this was like 99,
So you were allowed to
2000.
say that then.
No,
Back
they preferred
then,
to be
you could
called
say
that.
midget.
Yeah.
So he was a midget, and
they
one
still do
time-
midget wrestling. They
one
still
time,
call it
like,
that.
He
You just keep saying.
he stabbed someone, and they had to lock down the prison, dude. Well,
The
just
little guy did?
Just the lower half of the prison.
How small was the knife that he used?
They only had to lock down the lower half of the prison, dude, because the rest of it, we were saying, we were like, oh, it was him. It was like a little Chucky.
He was just locked up in a playpen. That's it.
Yeah, they were like, stop it.
Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Jail.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it did happen in jail.
Real
Yeah,
jail and,
actually for real though. Figurative
I'm putting
jail
you in
as well.
jail.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what was crazy? Like after I got out. Like I was supposed to get out in May. My parole was for May of 2001.
It's gonna be
Okay.
May.
Yeah. So when May comes, you could leave anytime after the 1st of May.
Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
so those dudes that were there that had parole for May, you know, that had kicked it with throughout. I was there for like a little over a year and stuff. And those dudes that, you know, become cool with it, I found out had parole for May. So when they tell you you're leaving, they just a guard comes walking down. He'll walk right up to your cell, and you're like, "Fuck yeah!" You're like, and let me see, you have your ID? Yeah, give me your TDC number, 614838 Hernandez. Yeah, boom. Yeah, pack your stuff up. You're on the chain. You're going home. So I'm waiting, like, and there comes the guard. He just goes by, and he go talk to someone else on the first, you know. But
Like they're playing with you a little bit.
no, I mean, it was the first day of the month. It wasn't. They weren't calling me. The next thing you know, this dude's coming. Hey, bro, I'm leaving. They didn't call you. I'm like, nah, not tonight, man. Maybe tomorrow. You know. All right, bro. I'll holler at you, bro. Good luck out there, dude. Boom, latest. Second, the third, the fourth.
May the 4th be with you.
fifth,
Yeah. Oh.
The sixth.
we gotta go away with our
seventh. Right. And this one dude I was there that was cool with me. He come, hey, bro, I'm leaving like on the 5th. And what you do is you go from whatever prison you're at to Huntsville. You spend one night there. They process you out the next day, unless it's a weekend or a holiday. They only do it, well, you know, it has to be a work day. So you spend one day and then you're out. So if you get there on the 5th, if you leave on the 5th, you should be gone by the 6th. And it's a weekend or a holiday. So this dude, hey, Edward, I'm out of here, bro. Hey, bro, I'll catch you later, man. Good luck. This dude was from Lubbock. He'd been locked up 4 years.
Lubbock, rise up, baby. Let's
She
go.
does
have the LBK
Gang,
tattoo.
gang, baby.
Yeah, so, is that what that is, Lubbock?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was from the LBK too. So he fucking,
yeah.
So he splits, and then I'm fucking the 5th, 6th, 7th, and I have a son whose birthday is on the May 18th, and I thought, you know, maybe I'll at least be home for my son's birthday.
That'd be cool, yeah.
That's not asking too much. It's past the middle of the month. It's not asking for too much. 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th.
They're just playing with you. They are playing with you now.
They ain't playing. I'm sitting there in prison, bro. It ain't no one's playing, bro. Nobody's fucking
Nobody's
playing.
having fun.
Yeah, I was like, and so 29th, 30th,
A full month later?
the last day, and what holiday is at the end of May?
Labor Day?
Labor Day. I leave Labor Day. Monday's a holiday, and I leave on a Friday. So I have to sit there Friday, Saturday,
No way.
Sunday, Monday to be released on Tuesday because Monday was a holiday.
And you missed a 3-day
So-
weekend, dude. What a bunch of
Yeah,
bullshit.
that sucks.
all
It
the
was
best
the
barbecues.
longest fucking. But when I get there too, what made it even worse is right when I get there on that Friday, I see that dude from Lubbock.
Hell yeah.
That
Wreck 'em.
he's still there.
Oh.
But he left on the 5th. And I was like,
What, he's like, just a
dude,
holding tank?
I'm like, what are you doing here? And I saw him when we were going to eat. He was in the line. I was like, bro, what are you doing? He came and sat at the table. We go, bro, I had a fucking detainer. They said I have another charge on me. And I'm in holding. They're waiting to come get me. They have like X amount of days to come get me. And I just been here, and he goes, and I gave away all my writing material, all my stuff, because I thought I was going home. My family has no clue where I'm at. Dude, I don't think he was. I'm just here.
What? And they can just do that?
He had another charge, his county. And so,
that sucks.
and I go, well, how did you know you had another charge? He goes, well, my paperwork when I was in there always said possible detainer on it.
Oh, okay.
Mine said the same thing the whole time I was
So
locked
you
up.
were thinking maybe.
The whole time I was
They're gonna
locked up,
get
because
you
when
on
I
this.
was in the county, they were questioning me for other crimes.
Oh, it's Memorial Day, by the way.
Yeah, it's Memorial
It's
Day.
not Labor Day. It's
yeah, Memorial
Memorial
Day.
I didn't say it was Labor Day, but I was also just going to let you write it out.
Yeah,
Christine called you out real quick.
The chat called us out real quick. Yeah, everyone
All
hopped on.
right.
Yeah,
so
whatever,
I should
dude.
remember that
Idiot.
Memorial Day. That was one to remember.
Yeah.
So
That was your born again virgin day.
yeah. So this dude, he had a detainer. Well, my paperwork said possible detainer on it too, because the whole time I had been charged with this and all that, they were questioning me for other crimes that they couldn't pin it on me.
Uh-huh.
But
That you didn't do. Let's clarify. They were trying to
Yeah.
get you for other crimes that you were innocent of and
Yes.
not involved in
That's
whatsoever.
wild that you're doing that right now and you just tried to snitch on him like 5 minutes
I'm trying to
ago.
backtrack, dude. I know.
Yeah.
That's how
Save
they
yourself,
that's how they
Blair.
stay low key and you don't fucking get onto them, dude.
Don't commit crimes with
Yeah.
Davey is what
So,
I'm saying.
exactly,
And then
dude.
don't tell him about him
or
either.
with professional football players.
It's friends with Davey,
The
not
first thing-
crimes with Davey, okay?
That's next season.
I had the dude said possible detainer, and mine always said that. But when it said that, I asked the parole counselor all the time, like, hey, how come it says possible detainer? He said, you might have another charge waiting for you. So write the county back where this possible detainer could be from. So it was Bexar County. So I would write there to Bexar County, and then I'd write to Midland.
To find out if you're going to get locked up again on another.
Say, hey, I'm incarcerated right now. If I have any other charges, it's like a writ. You say you bring these charges to light so that I can face these charges and run my time as I'm doing my time already.
Yeah, run them concurrent, right?
Run them concurrent,
Yeah.
yeah. So that I don't be doing consecutive sentences as soon as I get out and they hit me with another one. So that's what I did. Like every 6 months.
Please respond, Bear
Yes,
County.
and they just told me
got
if they
ghosted.
don't respond, then it means they don't have anything on you. But every time I got a timesheet, and every 6 months they give you a timesheet to show you how much time you've done on your sentence and all this, and it said possible.
As if you haven't been etching it into the wall.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I did that the first month.
Oh, did you really?
I made a calendar out of a sheet of paper and was marking days off, and this dude was like, "Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that
That's
to
only
all
gonna
of
hurt your
us."
own feelings,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
I was like, "Damn it."
Is that the equivalent of like being on a road trip and being like, are we there yet?
Yeah,
Are we there yet?
yeah. Are we done yet? Are we done yet?
With people that will stab you.
Little people that'll really get you
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
My mom would get violent whenever I would do that a lot. Just kidding, Mom. Hi.
Yeah, so this possible detainer thing was always hanging. So I was like, dude. So I asked this dude. I said, so when did they tell you had the detainer? He goes, dude, I didn't know I had the detainer till I had already changed clothes and we were gonna walk out the doors. And he goes, and they called my name first, and I walked up and I said, y'all watch how a real motherfucker goes home. And they said, no, you have another charge. Stand over here. And he was
He
like,
got
"Oh."
cocky, dude.
Whoa.
He got
And I was
cocky.
like,
That's the worst fake out of all time.
I know. So he was like, you don't want them to call your name first because that's the people. It was me and another dude. He said both had detainers. And I was just like,
why do they even do that?
because you have another charge.
No,
It's
but I mean,
just-
why even let you walk out?
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
the thing.
fucking
Like, yeah,
mean.
that is
I
real
know. I don't know.
rude.
Well, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They're just playing with you.
So I get in there to this room and they give you a box of Goodwill clothes when you're going to go home.
Nice.
And you just go through these clothes. And
Taylor, do you still
Thrifting.
shop at Goodwill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit me up at the bins.
yeah, I go there too. And you have the tag of the day and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can get some sick shit in there. Probably
get that
not in
hat
prison
there?
bins, but
That's a pretty sweet
what the
hat.
hell?
Hey, my buddy, rest in peace, my buddy Vernon. We used to go Goodwill hunting all the time.
Wait, I love that.
And he had this big bobby pin that was a keychain. And what he would do is he would open up the bobby pin and use that little bobby pin point to put in where they put the little tags through the color of
Yeah.
the day. And he'd have the tags of the color he wanted. And he'd go in and he'd make that hole big enough to take that one out and put the other one in there and then stretch it back to cut back. And then he'd like, look what I found in it. It's a tag of the day. And he
was on sale.
His wife was like, how do you always find something that's exactly what you want to tag it? Because we used to always go with him Goodwill hunting. We'd always go out and find all
So
kinds of
funny.
shit. But
Damn, I'm
So anyway,
I'm
they
about to
give
hit up
you-
TJ Maxx with that trick. You better believe.
They give you this
TJ
box.
Maxx, you're a TJ Maxx boy.
Absolutely.
They give you a box
Living to the
of
max.
Goodwill clothes that just whatever, and you put on this goofy ass clothes that fit you, whatever fit. So I changed. We all changed, and there was a bunch of us, and they let you out in two groups. One that gets out like by 2:30, and then the last group gets out by like 5:30. And then the yell, hey, motherfuckers, y'all don't listen up and you want to be talking shit, I'll let you out with the last group. You'll be the last person. And so I got my mouth shut, bro. I'm about to go
You just
home.
want to get out of there, and
I
you
didn't
don't
think-
want to get called first.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm in the back of of everyone. I'm just as far back on the wall. Y'all know, people just Hernandez, Edward.
First one, dude.
Bro.
First one.
Dude.
Christine said they made you get dressed just to get undressed. That's kinky as
Dude.
fuck.
So they call my name, and I walk up there to the dude. I'm like, I'm gonna cry, bro. He tells me your friends called. They're gonna be waiting outside. Here's the number if you don't see them right outside when you walk out.
Oh, that's
And they're gonna be waiting
cute.
for you. And I was like, thank you.
It's like
And
when
I
your
went
parents
out-
pick you up
so much.
early
Yeah,
from
and I just
school.
went all the way to the back again, and then they're like, all right, listen up for your names and give me your TDC number. So Hernandez 614-838. So when we all went out, boom, I was just thinking, I'm just gonna walk. If I hear them go, hey you, that's not my name.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
gonna keep
walking.
going?
Yeah,
You're gonna
I'm
start
not
running?
looking back for anything. There's all these families waiting outside for the people to get out. And then when I walked out, my buddy Matt Spence, the one that was on the podcast, he's a millionaire. And he has
His name's Mad Spence.
Matt.
Oh,
Spence.
Matt Spence. Sorry, I thought you said Mad Spence.
No, Matt Spence, and he
a
has
crazy
his,
scientist or
his-
something.
His company is called Expensive Rides. He has.
Does he want an expensive girlfriend?
He's got the truck he picked me up. It was the Expedition. We call it the Exhibition. It was it was on the cover of Trucking Magazine. It's got I think 16 12s in it.
16
all in
12-inch
flames,
speakers.
airbag, TVs.
A pool.
No, dude, it had just crazy PlayStations, Xbox, just done gutted. It was like a $250,000 rig, dude. And he shows up in that to pick me up outside, and he has remotes to everything. And he drops the airbag, the truck down in the airbags. It was him, my buddy Chris Crawford, who's an attorney, and my buddy Paps. Rest in peace, Paps. Paps just heard about me. That I
just
was a
wanted to show up?
badass and drove. Matt lived in the Woodlands, and so he drove Chris
I'll be
down
honest,
to
I have
Matt's.
FOMO. I wish I was there.
And then they went down there and drove to Huntsville to pick me up. So I walked out, and they're like, "What's up?" And Matt does the
The expedition just
and then
bouncing.
we get in. I sit in the back seat, and he starts playing pornos on all the TV. Dude, and everyone's just looking at this truck, and I'm like, dude, turn that off. I'm like, y'all are
You're
about to be a
embarrassing me.
mess.
I'm
in
about
here.
to bust.
Yeah, dude. I was like, this is not gonna be good if you don't turn this off.
About to paint the walls, baby.
And they took me.
Taylor
That
just spit.
was
I saw Taylor
too
spit.
hard.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then from there, they took me to Matt's house in the Woodlands, and they had bought me clothes, and I showered, changed, and then they took me to eat at Saltgrass.
Nice.
And they
Shout
were-
out Saltgrass,
Yeah,
dude.
and they were like, "Get whatever you want, dude. You know,
What'd
we
you
got
get?
it." I remember I got a steak, but I remember I was so scared to order because all of a sudden I had all these options, and I was like, "Dude,
Oh, yeah.
Just wait till you download Tinder.
I told Matt, really, I remember told Matt, just get whatever you're getting, just get me the same thing and tell me I've got 15 minutes to eat it and I'm going to eat it and go. That's it.
You had a command kink at this
That
point?
I
Like,
just
you got to be
fucking-
told, like, eat it.
He was trained.
I couldn't look at this menu and see if I wanted a Diet Coke, a regular Coke, a Cherry Coke, a Sprite, a Mr. Pibb, just fucking overwhelming, dude.
It was just freaking you out.
It was freaking me out.
Because in prison, this is what you're eating, this is what you're drinking, and that's it. You
go
got your
in there
milks.
and that's what you have.
Yep.
You have a commissary list that you could sit and get. I'm going to get a moon pie and I'm going to get some of this.
Little honey
Nice.
bun with peanut
chips,
butter.
and things like that. And that's what I'm used to seeing. But and you don't have currency. I hadn't had money in my hand in 6 years. So you have your ID is like a debit card. So when you go to commissary, they swipe it, and if you have money in your account, that's how you pay. So I didn't have any money. I felt awkward. The first time I went to HEB, I was terrified, bro. I was terrified. I didn't want to go through. To this day, I do not go through the self-check aisles.
I'll be honest, I'm also terrified of HEB. I get my groceries delivered.
That's just your normal anxiety, though, Taylor.
Anxiety.
No, but I don't. I was like, there was so much going on, and you had to pay. Like, I didn't know.
I mean, for a lot
felt
of people,
stupid.
For a lot of people, just under normal circumstances, that can be overwhelming. Like looking at a Cheesecake Factory menu, Josh. Oh my God,
that's a lot of shit.
it's way too much.
Christine wants to know
Yeah, look,
what
look.
kind of foods
Look.
you can't stand now.
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, is this the truck?
That's one. No, that's not the one he picked me, but I wrote in that one.
nice.
Those are flames.
That's just one of them. Look,
Yeah, that's
look
a
at
lot
it's
of
a
flames.
black Expedition with
Nice.
flames like that all down the whole thing, and it's all bagged. If you keep looking through his stuff, Josh,
It'll just it'll bounce up and down.
Josh, can we go through your DMs?
Josh, show us your DMs.
Everybody on the chat can give a like. Let's get those likes. Up.
Yeah. If you're watching, go ahead and give the live stream a like. I am curious about Christine's question though, Edward.
Okay, what
the foods that you can't handle anymore?
When
What
I
about
got out,
Josh's DMs?
I don't think he's gonna let us do that
when I got out, I couldn't stand pancakes.
because you ate so many of them.
I love
in prison.
pancakes now.
Davey
though.
loves pancakes.
I love pancakes now. Like I love pancakes now. I've been ordering pancakes now for breakfast instead of getting like the huevos rancheros now. I've been getting the pancakes and oatmeal and all and that. But
Now it's like a comfort food for you. You think?
I don't know. It does a little bit more as comfort food.
little bit reminiscent, nostalgic.
Because I still like ramen soups.
I had ramen twice today.
Because
Taylor's a big ramen girl now.
We dressed him up, rowdy. We made him, squeezed cheese. Whoever worked in the kitchen would steal onions and jalapenos.
Slay.
Oh, nice.
And then you put a chili no beans and a can of maybe a can of beef stew.
We call that just everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, and then you put a bunch of chips around it, and then you tear open a loaf of bread, and everyone makes sandwiches and hot sauce with it, dude. And it was dope. That's what the homeboys would do to show our unity in there.
It's like Friendsgiving.
Yeah,
So,
it kind of is. Oh, cute.
So out here,
Wholesome.
it's not cute in there, bro. But
You made it sound real adorable. That's on you,
it's what
player.
happens afterwards is not real cute.
but when I got out, because they pancake the shit out of you, dude. They give you pancakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner when you're in lockdown.
Yeah.
And they just dry ass pancakes, not with barely any
No butter,
syrup.
no syrup. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not hot. It's not like you get this steaming fucking little pancakes.
Yeah,
today.
they're like microwavable, kind of like the
Wait,
frozen kind.
No,
you
they
microwave.
make them.
Blech.
No, they
Put some
pour them and
respect
they
on
just
those.
make them
I love
for
those.
There's 3,500 people in this fucking prison, the last prison I was at, or however 5,000 or whatever. So they mass produce them. If they get to the end of them and you happen to get the batch that they made first, you're just getting some rubbery ass. Or when you're in lockdown, they give you hot dogs, like a cold wiener
Glizzy
on a
gang.
bun, or they put
Yep.
peanut butter on a hot dog bun. And give you that 3 times a day, with the boiled egg.
I think you told us about that in
Yeah.
one of the first episodes. That just sounds gross.
But pancakes,
Just a stuffed hot dog bun.
for some reason,
slathered up with peanut butter. That's disgusting.
For some reason, pancakes
Sounds like a weird porno.
pancakes didn't sit well with me when I got out. But I thought
Now
it would have
you
been
love 'em.
ramen soups. But
But you're cool with pancakes now.
Yeah.
And you still eat ramen too. Is there anything you just won't eat now since you've been out? Is there anything that you just won't eat?
No, not really. I don't like liver. I never ate it though. I mean,
Did they serve that in prison?
nah.
Now we're just naming off things we won't
You just
eat.
said
I won't eat octopus.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Your
Taylor.
turn.
I mean, I
I'll
don't know.
eat anything, literally, including butt.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't say that.
Here come the pegging comments.
And here they come. All right, so you've been out now for how many years?
Shit,
how long
I got
since
out
you
in May of 2001.
2001. So it's been
21 years.
dang. Okay, so
The day
21
I got
years.
out, I started working the next day.
Doing what?
My dad had a friend that had he owned this property on the west side, like way down Zarzamora. There used to be the something ice place where people would drive up and buy the big blocks of ice for businesses and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And it was a big old warehouse where it had gone out of business, and the big lot was being turned into a big outdoor flea market, and he wanted to build little sales areas, right? And it
For
was
the ice?
no, they quit selling the ice.
He
The
just
ice was
said flea
done. It
market.
went out of business.
Oh, they were building
there
stalls
were
for
stalls
the vendors. Got
my
it.
God,
Got
he's
it. Got it. Got it.
listening.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it was a test because it was minimum wage, June. So June 1st or whatever, I'm starting. Or is
In
the
this
second, outdoor. It's
Yeah.
hot as fuck.
Yeah.
With all these West Side dirties. And I didn't have a car. My mom or dad was dropping me off in the morning, and then they'd pick me up in the afternoon, and it was all day. And so at lunch, I would just sit around or stand around. A taco truck sometimes I think would pull up or something. There was a convenience store. Anyway, these dudes, every lunch, they'd be drinking, they'd be smoking weed, they'd be doing lines of coke on Fridays, usually on payday because they didn't have money every day. But they were like West Side dirties, and I didn't give a fuck. But they were always talking shit to me because my dad was friends with the owner. So I was the spoiled rich kid.
Oh, they thought you got this cool outdoor flea market job because of your dad. Like what?
Yes,
No, dude.
exactly.
No.
To them, because the foreman dude was the one doing the most drugs and everything. And he was just a fucking loser bro. And they were, because I knew I just got out of prison and I was on parole, but they were just talking shit because like they thought I was going to snitch. Like I think they got in trouble for smoking one time and they thought I told on them. I didn't give a fuck what
They thought you pulled a
You're
Davey.
like, listen, dude, I've been to prison. I know not to snitch.
I'm not trying to go back.
So one day we just started, I did that. Like I was on it. I was going to work, not complaining, just doing it. And then I bought a little car. Like 3 weeks, a month out, there was a little Celica for sale up the street.
Oh, that's a
this
sweet
parking
ride
lot.
too. A Toyota Celica?
Yeah, but it was like,
Yeah.
okay, think about, okay, wait, this was 2001. This was probably like an 83 or 84
So it's a
Celica.
hoopty at this point. Definitely a hoopty.
No, it still had AC and it still had these little
You
rims
guys are
on
saying
it.
a lot of words that I don't
And
know
it was
what they are.
red. It was red and it was
Can you please pull
car,
up a Celica, Josh? I don't know what the hell that is.
87 Celica, please,
No,
Josh.
84. There it is. That was
84
it.
Celica?
No, that was it. That's a sought after car now. But it was a red
Dang.
one, just like, no, well, that's the Supra Celica. That's the nice one. It was that other one on to the right. that
Is
one.
that busted one?
It was more like,
Oh, yeah.
but
That's
it-
still a cool car,
it,
though.
was, it wasn't bad. It wasn't. I was out of prison, bro. I was
And you had a
mobile.
car.
And now you're cruising.
So I went to work, and then I had a car all of a sudden. Now I'm really the sport. I already got into a
Yeah.
car, and I got into it with the dude. They were smoking weed, and I told him to not be smoking by me. I said, "Do it, bro. If I piss dirty, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fuck y'all up." And then what? And I remember he pulled a gun on me.
What?
A drill gun, because we were we were screwing stuff in. Because he actually went like if it was a gun, and I remember.
I'm gonna screw you so hard,
Aggravated assault. Aggravated assault.
I was thinking, I told the dude, I'm gonna fuck you up, and I know there was no doubt. I was beast mode back then, dude. I was 32 years old when I got out. I was benching 320 in prison, weighing 165 pounds.
Whoa. You were jacked.
I was jacked, bro. I was killing it, bro. I was a beast on the handball court. I was fucking killing it on the weights. Like you couldn't fuck with me. I hadn't torn anything yet. I didn't have any
Shoulders
injuries.
were good. The knees were fine.
Yeah, I hadn't wrecked my motorcycle. I hadn't been T-boned in that car.
Someone got T-boned in that car.
Yeah, I hadn't fucking tore all the ligaments in my ankle skating. You know, I hadn't done all that shit. So I was gonna fucking wear this dude out, but I was on parole, and I said, you know what, bro? You ain't even worth it. Jumped in my car, and I went home, and I remember going home, and my mom like, what are you doing home? So I got into it with this fucking dude, but one of my childhood friends, he owned an insurance company, and he said, when I got out, he had said, hey, bro, if you want a job, I know you're a smart dude. I'll teach you the insurance. You'll catch on. You can make some good money. And I went over to him that day. I said, my boy David said he'd give me a job. And she said, oh, you better go talk to him. You got to have a job and all that stuff. And I went over there. He gave me a job. Dude, I was making minimum wage at the other place.
At the outdoor flea market in the middle of summer.
Hourly, and living with my parents. Next thing you know, Matt Spence, the dude that picked me up, his parents are millionaires. They buy new Cadillacs, his and hers, white and a black one, every 2 years. And then they give their old ones to all their, it's 5 brothers. They all have Cadillacs and Escalades that are white and black.
Just tons of, just Cadillacs
And so
everywhere.
Matt's like, I'll sell you
A herd of
I'll
Cadillacs.
sell you one of my Cadillacs for $3,500. Just give me
Give me that Celica.
give me $1,500 down and pay me $200 a month for 10 months. But I had to have full coverage insurance. We did a contract just like if he was a lien holder at a dealership, and I'd fine, whatever, bro, thanks. So I bought that car, and I started working, doing insurance with my buddy. I think I was making like $3,000-4,000 a month at that time.
Nice, dude.
And yeah, I went.
And this is like 2002 at this point?
This is that went into 2002. Got off parole. Got right on probation because I got a DWI.
Oh.
Dude, yeah.
In the Celica?
No.
In the Cadillac.
In the Cadillac.
Damn.
In the Cadillac.
You got cocky.
Well, because I didn't drink when I got out, nothing, and I didn't smoke weed or nothing, but and I don't do
Still
drugs.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still don't.
no one
No,
does
I
drugs
smoke
here.
weed. I smoke weed like a motherfucker, but I don't do drugs. I don't do. Sorry, Mrs. Taylor Bailey, whatever your name is, but Bailey Taylor, whatever.
Wait, hang on. Madison
and
Anna Laura.
marijuana.
Madison Anna Laura just goes, Taylor Bailey looks like she just hit
That's
a paparazzi
Maddie.
Yeah.
with the business end of an umbrella.
That's Britney Spears.
That's Maddie. Okay. All right. All
Britney
right.
Spears
I love
did
it.
that.
About
I love it.
Blumpkins
Your head would
and
be shaved at
marijuana
that point,
today.
though.
You know what? I almost shaved my head this week. I was this fucking close.
Do it.
Maddie goes, don't you fucking do it. She goes, when it grows out, it's going to look
Taylor
like
had a little
chia
bit of a
pet.
meltdown. past couple of weeks, but we're not going to talk about it.
I mean, we can talk about it.
You
want
just
me
had
to
a
trauma
situation. No, I do not. This is Edward's moment, Taylor. We're not talking about politics.
Also,
and we're
my
not
name
talking
is
about
Taylor Bailey Edward.
All right, Baylor Taylor.
Baylor Taylor. I actually like that. That should be your stage name for real.
Yes, there's
My
stage.
stage name.
That's your only friend's name.
Or just have it be
Bailey Taylor.
your Blumpkin name.
Your pumpkin.
Whenever you do a Blumpkin, go under the assumed name of Baylor Taylor.
Baylor Taylor.
It wasn't me. It was
It
Baylor.
was Baylor.
That's
Baylor
when you
was
get
in
when
there.
you get too faded. Oh no, Baylor came out. Or
Wasn't
Bailey
me. That
Taylor.
was Patricia.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
back to you.
You
So,
get
yeah.
the DWI.
I got out. I didn't drink, do anything. I was like, my whole thing was my wife divorced me when I was
While you're
locked
still
up.
in,
When I
yeah.
was locked
It sounds
up.
like a country music song.
It was
a little bit.
You know, she divorced me, got remarried, had a baby. Well, probably not even in that order. She left me, had a baby, got remarried, and
And then divorced you.
then
Finally.
divorced me, and all that. So I got out single, thinking
Ready to mingle, dude.
But no, I wasn't. No, because when I got out, I
I
remember.
don't think he was ready to mingle.
The first. No, dude, I really was. You know where they took me the first time? Do you remember Chacho's was the spot?
Yeah,
to go
dude.
To?
Still kind of was.
Well, they had
Still
like
kinda was.
karaoke.
nachos.
You never been to Chacho's?
It's a little Mexican food joint.
The pandemic changed all that. Way before the pandemic, but even up to
Get the sloppy burrito there.
it's
Quick shout out for Chachos.
Yeah, it's
Sponsor the-
it's a banging
live stream.
Mexican restaurant right there on I-10 and Callahan.
Yep.
And it used to be jumping when I got out of prison.
Yeah, it still was.
It was like a club. They had karaoke night on Thursdays, and people were like professional karaoke. They were getting all dressed up to act like whoever they were going to sing. And so
Joey just vouched. Joey just vouched in the chat. That is the spot. Yeah.
yeah. And so anyway,
Christine, yep.
my buddies came to pick me up to take me out to. I got out on a Tuesday because Monday was a fucking holiday. I got out on Tuesday. Thursday, my buddies come pick me up, two of my buddies, to take me to go eat dinner. And they're like, where do you want to go? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I haven't been here in a long time. And they're like, and one of my friends goes, what about Chacho's? And I just saw the other dude's eyes line up like, oh, it's today Thursday? Oh, yeah, Chacho's.
It's going to be bumping.
And I was like, no. Like, what are you getting so excited about? I don't want to go to a club, bro. And they're like, no, it's not a club. It's Chacho's. It's a restaurant. We'll just go eat. Dude, we pulled up. It was a fucking club.
It is.
Yeah,
It
and
really
I was
is.
like,
They
okay.
have live music there sometimes.
They were having karaoke.
Or used
Never
to.
heard
Used
of
to.
this
Yeah.
place.
But they were carding at the door to get into a fucking restaurant.
Uh-huh.
I only had my prison ID. So
they let you in naturally. I'm just kidding.
and you know, prison IDs, when I first got locked up, they used to say inmate on them, your picture and TDC number. At some point during my incarceration, they went from them saying inmate to offender. So it just sounds bad. It looks like they forgot to put the word sex above it. You know, it says offender.
Yeah.
It says, they changed it to offender. So right when people look at it, they go, oh, you're an offender.
We know what that means, bro.
Yeah.
Why you gotta say it like that?
You diddle kids.
You look at him, well, I'm offended right now.
Yeah, exactly. And it sucked, man, because you see the way they fucking, because I didn't want to get rid of my inmate ID for the longest time. I hid it, they found it, and they took it from me. But I had this, because that way I was
It's like
going
a souvenir.
because it's the only ID you have when you get out, you know, is that ID until you go to the Department of Transportation and do all this shit. And I had to take the driving test all over again because my driver's license expired when I was locked up. And if you don't renew it within 2 years, you have to get
You
a
have
whole
to go
new
through the
one
whole
and take
process
through the
again.
whole process again.
Well, it's just like when you move into state. Like I had to do that when I moved back to Texas
Oh,
from
did you have to
New
take
Did you
England.
pass the first
Yeah,
time?
because-
I did. I passed. I was
How's
very
your
high when I
parallel
took it too.
parking?
I think they just they didn't even have. You didn't have to back in or anything. You just kind of pulled in between two cones, and I was good.
Oh yeah, they really
was
already
easy.
know you know how to drive because it's fucked up, bro. Is my buddy Mark, he did 17 and a half years and he got out and he was going to get his motorcycle license. And the way you do that one is you have to have someone follow you on the follow them on the motorcycle. So I was going to follow Mark while the DPS trooper rode with me. And we grew up in the neighborhood where that DPS is, and I was like, bro, you know what's gonna look like me following you around with this fucking trooper rolling through my hood with this bitch in the car while following you on the fucking bike?
Looks like you're snitching.
Yeah, exactly. But he was on my bike. He was on my Harley.
Wait, he was riding bitch behind you?
No, dude.
The trooper?
No.
Oh.
We were in my
Oh
car.
sorry.
my God.
Sorry.
Your listening skills tonight are
I don't know why I
terrible.
thought you were in a motorcycle or on a motorcycle with the cop behind your motorcycle buddy.
Yes.
That's what I thought
Has
it
a girl
was.
ever yelled at you and been like, you don't fucking listen?
All the time,
That's
dude.
how I feel right now.
All the time.
And
Sorry.
He would tell me like honk
Do
once, honk once for him to take a left, honk twice for him to take a right, and that's how they do it.
Okay.
But that cop was just like, you know
I
what,
told
man?
you peg comments were going to come in
They're coming
hot.
in hot. Yeah, everyone hates me now after that one. But Joey thought the same thing. Imagine the trooper has to ride with. See? They
No.
thought-
My mom just chimed in and said, why did we always go to Magic Time Machine? Because Magic Time Machine rocks. Mom,
There you go.
potions for everyone.
That's it.
I heard Magic Time Machine sucks. To eat, you mean?
Oh, the
my God,
Roman
how are you
orgy?
gonna- How are you
No.
going to blast Magic Time Machine? Isn't that a comedy club?
I heard
Well,
the food
Blind Tiger.
sucks.
The Blind Tiger is the comedy
Yeah,
club. The
Blind
food there
Tiger's
does. Oh, yeah. They serve it in bowls with saran
They
wrap
need
over
to
it. It's
upgrade
disgusting.
that place, though, man. That place, the carpet smells like vomit.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's the best part about it. It's
You
so
walk
gross.
in and it looks like a clogged toilet.
Look at Josh.
Oh my
doesn't want to
God.
say anything right
I
now.
literally love Magic Time Machine. Like, I'm passionate about it.
You are.
I love it.
Really, it's
It's a good place. Take your kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Josh works there. He dresses up as Spider-Man. He serves
Yeah.
food. That's great. It's really, really
Yeah.
cool. Fat tips.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Wait, did you say fat tips or fat tits?
Yeah, that was rude, Davey.
Either one, Josh.
Fat Spider-Man?
Oh, fat Spider-Man.
Off-season
He's
Spider-Man.
just sitting there eating wings. Yeah.
There was a Spider-Man at the Magic Time Machine. I went one time, and it was. I mean, that Spider-Man had a dump truck. It was crazy,
What does that mean?
like caked up, like a big old butt. Big old bubble butt on that Spider-Man.
What are you looking at
Bubble butt.
Spider-Man's butt
Bubble,
for at
bubble,
Magic
bubble
Time
butt.
Machine?
You couldn't miss it. You couldn't miss it. Like Spider-Man walked by, and I was like, "Oh,
Davey
okay,
will never miss an
Spider-Man."
opportunity to look at a big old butt.
Hey, listen.
I mean, was he
I'm
thin
an
with
ass
the big
man.
butt, or was he a fat guy with the big butt?
No, it
You
was.
pulled your peg out and you were like,
He was all, damn, Spidey's got a big old fat one.
Damn, I
there.
might.
Damn,
I
dude.
just might, you
They're
know
like,
what I
"Hey,
mean?
Dave,
Just might
you're
give him a,
next."
you know.
The Blind Tiger, Dave, you're going up next. Oh, but Spider-Man's got a big old butt. So I'm leaving you.
It was yams on that Spider-Man cheeks,
well, that's
bro,
good.
for days. Anyway,
poor
sorry,
Spider-Man. We didn't mean to objectify
sorry,
you like that.
we're getting off topic. So you were following your buddy
Oh, I followed
on a
my buddy, and
motorcycle
all they did
in
was
a
like real
car.
quick, just beep, 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 beep. He goes, we're just going to go around the block. We're not going to waste your time. I know you know how to ride. And so we went around, bam, bam, and he died in a motorcycle wreck, too.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's why I was like, fuck.
How long ago did you say?
Did he die? He
Did
didn't
he
die like
pass away?
right after. He died a few years afterwards. He was hauling
Okay.
ass right here on Fine Silver Curve.
So we got a few good years out of it. Motorcycles are dangerous, man. That's why I got rid of my Harley.
Bro, my Harley's been parked. I told you, I bought my Harley 7 years ago with 26,000 miles on it.
What kind of Harley is it?
It's a 99 Softail Custom.
Oh,
And-
that's nice.
And right now,
Can you also pull up a picture of that? 'Cause
and
what
right
in the
now
hell?
it's got
99 what?
Softail custom.
28.5. Right now it's got 28.5 on it.
You just broke it in too.
I've only put 2,500 miles on that fucker.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, but
It's a
mine's-
beautiful bike too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a
but
pretty
mine's more
bike.
customed out.
Uh-huh.
Do you have flames on it?
No, it doesn't have.
Does it have hydraulics?
No,
Does it have porn
bouncing.
playing on the, when you
You got the, what are they called? Gorilla bars?
no, the ape
Ape
hangers.
hangers.
Ape
What?
hangers.
What are
Apes.
you
No, I
talking
don't
about
have apes.
now?
I have,
Josh is not allowed to talk about motorcycles
I know.
anymore.
I got drag bars on it.
Okay, so you got the jobs that you after you got out of prison.
Yeah,
you
so
did
then
the
I
flea
started
market
doing-
thing. You did the insurance
Then
thing.
I started doing insurance.
Yeah.
And I did insurance for about 4 or 5 years. And then my father had a business. My father had a plastic surgery business. He had a partner that was a doctor that owned a hospital in Nuevo Laredo.
Okay.
About 15 blocks across the border. He had this private hospital. So they would advertise all over the United States, and customers would come in, and we would take them to Nuevo Laredo, and they hired the plastic surgeons over there, and they would do plastic surgery, tummy tucks, lipos, breast implants, facelift, nose job, everything. They would do everything, and so I would take patients down there, get them checked into the hospital, go get their medications, and
Nice.
then get them back to.
So you're just smuggling patients back and forth
Not
over the border?
smuggling, it's legal.
Okay,
He
alright.
doesn't want to go back to prison.
No, it's not. That's not illegal.
So you're a coyote.
I was yes, dude.
Somewhere that's
Vain
problematic.
bitches.
Somewhere that is
You know,
problematic.
I took a couple that didn't even know how to speak English. They had come over here and were supposed to go back, and they hadn't gone back. But somehow they got so lucky. They were a week away from, like, they were on a travel visa, I guess, maybe, and it expired like in a week. But they said that they fucked up on something they said to them, and they were having meetings at my car with them about not letting them come back into the U.S. But they were like, they said that they live in the U.S. They're not supposed to be living in the U.S., but they're a week away from this being an incident, but we can't stop them right now. And they let them go. I was like, you're so stupid.
They just never went back.
They never went. I was just like, dude, I almost had to leave them at the border, dude. I was like, that's on y'all.
That would have sucked, though. I mean, you feel real bad about that, having to, give up on your client as a coyote,
Dude, one time.
It's just not a good thing. That's not a good look for you.
Check this out.
You're never going to get clients after that.
So one time,
Whoa, this is sick.
my dad tells me to go pick up this patient at the airport and take him to we were going to Acuna. My dad had another clinic in Acuna.
How many clinics did your dad have?
2.
Sounds like a front, dude.
Davey's looking for a clinic, but for other reasons.
Well, they had opened a hemorrhoid removal clinic.
See, that's what we were
There
just
you go,
talking about
Taylor.
hemorrhoids.
Well, no, you don't turn that on me. That one's for you. That is for you.
It's all the dysentery.
You just spent too much time on the toilet just trying to push stuff out. That's what happens. That's what happens. You just blow an
All
O-ring.
that grunting. Hovering. But
I'm going to be single forever.
what was I going to tell you about that? Y'all made me fucking.
Sorry. Yeah, that you were going down to Acuna.
Oh, we took this dude. We picked up this dude.
What?
So Acuna.
Okay.
We went to Acuna.
Just shut up, Josh.
Acuna
So we picked up this
Matata.
There you
dude.
go.
He flew in from Miami. And he's dressed like real eccentric. Like he's wearing like white, sheer, almost see-through, like skin,
Slay.
like
Nice.
like almost skin-tight pants that bell-bottomed at the bottom with flip-flops.
Okay.
And this tight shirt that kind of fanned out at the end, the sleeves, and it kind of
like a
V-necked, and it was tight, and he was kind of feminine, very eccentric, and and a buddy wanted to roll with me. A friend of mine from New Mexico had moved here, and he was like, "Hey, bro, can I go to Mexico with you, man? I just want you to go down there and hang out. We'll go drink some beers and stuff and play
Hey,
Boys Town, yeah.
So
With
I
the
was like,
fancy pirate, yeah.
so we go, all right. So this dude gets in, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And he's, hey, so we're going straight to Acuna, bro. It's gonna take about 2.5 hours to get there. And so on the way, we start talking. This dude tells he's a chemical engineer. He's an attorney. He's got a PhD in something.
You know what
and,
PhD stands for?
This guy sounds like a con artist.
Yeah, and
Pretty huge dick.
yeah, and he is. He is.
You don't know from experience, but
He lives in Miami, and he's on his way. He's getting a feather lift, which is kind of like a mini facelift, a little bit.
Just to, like, take out
to lift the brows.
wrinkles
they
over
kinda
here?
lift exactly.
Yeah.
It's
you
called
could just get Botox for that.
we didn't have that conversation, okay? And so I wasn't trying to sell him on a different procedure. That's what.
Non-invasive.
Yeah, and so we go over there, and he tells me all this. He just bought a $3.5 million house in Miami
Whoa.
Beach, and all this stuff. And then he flies to New York once a month with his other investors to meet.
this guy's
to talk
balling
about
out of
Yeah,
control.
the way he tells, he's a millionaire.
Another
So-
millionaire, Taylor.
I'm looking.
So we drive in. We go. I drop him off at the clinic. This is about. We get there about noon, right? And this
Okay.
feather lift procedure is supposed to last maybe a couple hours. Recovery 3-4. We should be leaving by 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay.
At the latest. We go. Me and my buddy go walk around to little bars playing pool and just having drinks and shit. Eat.
Watch a donkey show.
Nah, we didn't go to Boys Town.
Okay.
Not that time. So we bullshit around till it's time, and then we go back, get the dude. The dude's kind of like still
He's a little woozy.
Little woozy. We get in the car. We go to the border. They ask us, "What's y'all's business here?" And this dude's got little butterfly band-aids on his face here, and
To go along with his outfit.
a little bit of blood is kind of dripping on one side. I remember looking at him and I kept telling him, and he was just like, I feel kind of tired. And then they were like, what was your business here? I said, well, my father has a business, and I brought a patient. They were like, they tell me, well, where are you from? I said, from San Antonio. And they asked, my friend, you? He says, New Mexico. And then you? The dude says, I'm from Afghanistan.
What?
But I was born in Afghanistan, but I'm a Canadian citizen. But I live in Miami. What?
Why would you even say all that?
Hold on. They
Oh,
bam,
no.
stick it on the windshield, pull over. Fuck. So-
dude, and this guy is not dressed for this
I'm
type
just
of
like, fuck. So we
interrogation.
pull over, and they get us out, and boom, they take this dude off, and then they separate me and my friend, and they ask this, so like, how long have you known this guy? And I'm like, I don't know. I just met him this morning when I picked him up from the airport.
And we're taking him down for the procedure, yeah.
And I'm going to take him back, drop him off. He's flying back to wherever the fuck he came from. Okay, and that other guy, how long have you known that dude? Well, I met him a couple of years ago. He moved to San Antonio. He wanted to ride along with me. All right, boom, go out there. And then my buddy, they went and took him in. Boom, they have us in there, call me back and come here. Another dude. So how long have you and this guy been friends? They're asking me that. No, I have not. I'm not his friend. I picked him up at the airport this morning.
He's
a
from
patient.
Miami.
My dad has a clinic.
Yeah, boom, get back out
He's got
there.
the feathery
Boom.
clothes on.
Yeah, next thing you know, boom. So how long? And they just kept trying to twist the same question,
Right.
but just twist it. They
Trying
kept-
to entrap you.
They try to get me to establish that I knew this dude
Right.
before today. And we sat there till about 9 o'clock at night. Until they got a call back from the Canadian embassy clearing this dude that he could go.
Why didn't he just say Miami?
Yeah, well, I mean, literally. Literally. That's all he had to say.
Anyway, that's not what
the
went down.
drugs.
Then we leave it, and he's like, we leave it, and he's like,
Ketamine will do it to you.
I'm starving. You know, he's like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm fucking. We're all
Bet you are,
starving,
buddy.
bro. And so I said, dude, I'm just gonna get something real quick. I go through the drive-through at a Wendy's, the first Wendy's I see. Go through
Shout
the
out
drive-through.
Wendy's, yeah.
JCC.
Frosty
Sits in the
time.
back seat, and
Let's go.
I'm like, what do you want? Da, 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 da. He just said he don't even give me the money for it. I'm like, bitch, we stayed here because of you, and you're a millionaire. You should be paying for us, motherfucker. And so, dude, that was one of the worst.
You should have
trips.
taken his shirt, dude. Should have taken his shirt.
Dude,
That's mine now. That's my shirt
And I
now.
told my dad,
You want a
I was
shirtless
mad
man
at
in
my
your
dad
car?
though.
Hey,
Because my dad had said, hey, can you do me a favor? I'm tired. I feel like taking this dude and this and that. He's a real cool dude. He's from Miami. But he knew, because he was a patient before. And so my dad knew he was an Afghani.
He knew he was going to be
citizen,
problematic.
and he knew. And
This is the most elaborate prank.
dude, yeah, that was a bad one.
Your dad
Dude,
hated you, bro.
Dude, one time. Did you know that if you cross the border to Mexico with a bullet or a gun, you go to prison?
Just like a loose bullet?
Yeah, you go to prison.
What?
Zero tolerance in Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's really good to know, Taylor,
Yeah.
because you know.
Because I stay strapped, baby.
Yeah.
No, you
Keep
just
that
have just
thing
stray
on me.
bullets
She showed
hanging
up with a
out.
bandolero.
Yeah.
I need to cross this border.
It's my,
They call me
it's
Taylor
my
Baby.
ironic shotgun shell. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ironic.
But
It's for my fit.
my dad asked me one time, can you go and I think it was check this patient in. They were driving in from somewhere, like from Houston. They were going to be there, meet me there at a certain time. Can I drive over, get the payment from them, get the money and do it, check them in
Yeah.
and all that, get the medication and then come back and bring the money back. And my dad would go like on Sunday or Monday to bring them back. He just didn't feel like doing both trips. He was tired. And I was like, yeah. He goes, you could take my car. I have it gassed up, ready to go. I just don't feel like doing it today, son. I'm tired. My dad's getting old. I said, all right, Dad, I'll go. Fucking take his car. I go. He's calling me the whole time. Have you made it back yet? Let me know when you're on this side of the border. Let me know you're on this side of the border. Finally, like I get back and he was like, are you on this side? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, no. And he goes, I'm so sorry, son. I forgot my pistol in the trunk of the car.
What?
I was just like, well.
Dad, I've been to
I would,
prison.
yes, that's what I told him. I said, I
I'm
would have
on
been.
probation, sir.
No, I was off parole when I was going.
Oh, you okay?
And
Okay.
everything, but I wouldn't have gone
That
on.
is
Yeah, you're still
I
on
would have been
expired. Still, yeah.
fucked, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I would have fucking
Oh
been
my
done. I would
God.
probably got like 5 to 10 years in prison.
That's so
In U.S. prison or
scary.
Mexican
In
prison?
Mexican prison.
Oh, and that's even worse, dude.
There was a dude when I was in prison in El Paso that pulled up to the border in El Paso going to Juarez, and they said, do you have anything in your car? And he said, oh, I have a gun. They said, get out of the car. And they arrested him. And he had been in prison for 2 years. It had made national news. I think you could pull it up, dude. It had made all kinds of news because I remember we kept seeing it on the news in El Paso about this dude who told him he had a fucking gun and there was zero tolerance and they still arrested
Had he already
him.
crossed the border at that point, though?
I guess so, because he went to Mexican jail,
Oh,
yes.
No
Shit.
way.
But he was being honest.
That's what you get for
Sometimes
being a nice
honesty
guy.
is
Yeah,
not the best
lie.
policy.
What you're gonna want to do is
Deny,
lie.
deny,
That's
deny.
right. Deflect, evade, avoid. That's what I do in relationships. That's what I do in life.
Look, man convicted of driving guns from
Okay.
El Paso to Juarez. Look, what is it? Gets 3 years? I know he was in there at
Wow.
least 2.
Marlena said you're a great storyteller.
Oh, thank you, Marlena.
My mom also agrees.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Mom.
He is a phenomenal. Bailey Taylor's mom.
Bailey Taylor's mom, the Blumpkin.
We out here. The Blumpkin
Blumpkin
queen.
child.
A Blumpkin queen.
Yeah. So I
If
did
I
that.
lose my
years
job
for
tomorrow,
being honest with
because
him.
of this.
We'll be doing you a favor.
I
If we're
did
being
that.
honest.
I did that for a while with
Just
my
doing
dad.
the back and
crossing-
forth?
but
Wait,
then,
that sweatshirt is so me. I just want to work in the
That
garden
is an
and hang out with
advertisement
my
on an
cat.
article about a story that Edward was telling Taylor. We are not like this is not shopping time. We're not shopping for sweatshirts right now.
Yeah. Dan, is that a write up, bro?
Yeah, for sure. She's getting written
gotta
up
be
for
a
sure.
Am I
write
gonna
up.
strike?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
gotta be a write
That's
up.
Am I going to prison?
Yeah. Well, not jail.
But enough of them. You could get a quota check. Yeah, you get a quota check. Which,
Taylor, so you know, I found out the last podcast that is not anything to do with your butt. That's your heart. Quota check. Corazon.
Oh, I didn't think it had anything to do with my butt.
Oh, I did. When he told
that's
me,
when
I
I
was
said
like,
they backdoor you. That's when I said they backdoor you.
see, he's using
Now, that
all
you
these.
thought had
That's
something to do with
definitely
your-
butts.
And
No.
it still isn't. It still has
still-
nothing to do with it.
That
Yeah.
means you're gonna fight 3 dudes. Like I say, I'm fighting you. All of a sudden, Josh
And
is
then one
gonna
of them
come
sticks their dick in your butt.
close. Taylor.
Well,
That's just a wishful fight for
I'm
you.
sorry. Taylor's mom just
I
said,
know.
tell him about the time you got stopped at Border Patrol returning from cheer
Okay, that story's
competition.
not even that funny, Beth, but I will because it's about me. Allow me. No, we were in. Where were we?
Cheer camp. She was saying.
Yeah,
No,
she
we
was
were
coming
at cheer
back from
competition.
in Mexico.
Mexico?
We were in South Padre, but you know they have that border patrol.
Matamoros.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
That
talking about that's
checkpoint.
just a checkpoint.
Yeah,
That's not the
well,
border.
No, they.
No,
So I
that's
had
the
just gotten
border.
my. No, listen, I just got my belly button pierced that day, and I was like not feeling well, I was a little woozy. So I'm sleeping in the car, and my mom pulls up. They're like, "Ma'am, is she okay?" And she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like dead ass asleep, and they're
Oh,
like,
they thought you were being transported legally?
Yeah, and they're like, "Get out of the car, ma'am." And they like question my mom, they question me. I'm just like out of it. I'm crying, like, where the hell
Well,
am
because
I?
here's
Help.
the thing, Eddie. Taylor's mom is super hot. And so they clearly think that this hot mom kidnapped the daughter.
Oh, is that really what they? Oh, I had it in.
Wait,
Just
That went
it took
right
a
over
sec-
my
Yeah, it took a
head.
second until Josh said, "Oh."
I had a similar incident when we took a patient.
you were kidnapping someone?
They thought we were kidnapping someone.
And you were like, "No, I am kidnapping someone."
No, that's on the way out, not on the way in. We brought a patient from Houston, and my buddy, and again, because my buddy was, let me ride with you. I want to go.
This New Mexico guy?
No, another dog.
Oh,
This
a
was
different buddy.
Worse, a white dude. And when you take
Whoa,
a
hang on. Why is that
yes.
worse? That
Way
seems
worse.
better.
Have you
Way
met white
worse.
men?
Yeah, that just seems better. Like you've got a good
Dude, this dude could have got us killed in Mexico.
It's the privilege, dude.
Hey,
Their
yes,
privilege
he didn't
is
know how to
showing.
act
Yeah,
over. He
you're
didn't
not
realize
wrong.
we're in a third world country, and the way this dude was acting, I was like, the consequences here are real, bro. They will cut your head off literally. And this dude was acting like a maniac over there. He thought it was just lawless. Go to Mexico and party like
Yeah.
you know,
I feel like they have the most laws.
25
and I'm
cent
scared
tequila
of those.
shot.
dude, and all that. Yes, and he
Hookers.
OD'd, bro. He overdid it. You know, he just overdid it. He just.
Oh, I
was,
thought you mean he actually
Oh,
overdosed.
yeah.
I said he overdid it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you
well,
said
you said
OD.
OD'd.
I
yeah.
know, overdid it.
Yeah, well,
That's
okay.
what I said
okay,
right
so
after.
what I'm learning
Very
is
triggered right now, Edward.
being
You know?
backdoored has nothing to do with sex. OD does not mean you died from drugs.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I just feel like I've been lied to.
We're
my
A
whole
lot of
life.
weird
Yeah.
prison terms going
Never
on.
ask him today.
Never ask him for a hug. You don't want to know what a hug.
Don't
Nut
ask,
to
don't
butt.
ask Edward for.
Not to butt.
I thought that was tandem parachuting, the nut to butt thing.
Well, but yeah, so this dude, we're taking this patient, and she was a good looking girl from Houston, and I forgot, maybe she was getting lipo or something, I don't know. So and something simple. And when we got to the border, they were like, "What's your business here?" And I said, "My father's a business. I had business cards with everything for where the number to the clinic and all that, but." Who is she? Well, she's a patient that we're taking. Get out of the car. Boom. Take the white dude. Take me. Take the girl. And then what the problem was the white dude, the fucking maniac, he had a
Always the white
DWI.
guy.
He had a DWI in Philadelphia like 3-4 years
Okay,
previous.
hang on. White people do not claim people from Philadelphia. We do
I feel
not
like that's
claim
the
them.
most white people. shit
No,
is
they are.
Philadelphia.
They are
They're all
separate.
Eagles fans.
That's the problem.
I know.
Just screaming about "Go Birds."
yeah.
Could you imagine if they won the
and
World
water
Series?
ice.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They just
So,
burned down the city.
Philadelphia Phillies.
So
What
he-
kind of baseball name is that anyway? Phillies.
You don't even
Stupid.
watch sports.
No, not
He
really.
he had a DWI in Philadelphia when he was on some traveling work crew, but he said that they fucked up because they took him to the hospital because he got hurt. And in the hospital, they just released him before the cops could charge him. So he got into the work truck and he got the fuck out of fucking Dodge.
Yeah, that didn't get rid of the charge though. It
he
definitely doesn't.
I know it doesn't. No, but they don't come
That's
get
what
you
we call
because it's a
running from your
misdemeanor.
problems.
If you're more than a state or two away, I don't know how many, they don't come and extradite you for a misdemeanor.
No.
So he's over here in Texas. They won't come get him in Philadelphia. So, but what happens is they stop you and they verify that they're not coming to get you. So they hold you for however long it takes for them to say, let him go. We're not going
to come and scoop him.
So he just gets held there. So we get fucking held there at the border where he does, and he's cuffed up. And they're saying, he's got a warrant, and y'all are trying to hide him. And I was like, no, now you're trying to take this girl.
He was in the front seat, bro.
And the girl, they keep asking the girl, they're not taking you against you. Here you got this dude that's a convicted felon.
Yeah, true.
You got this dude who's got a warrant. He's a convicted felon too. And then this girl so they had us there for a minute. They let us go. The girl gets all mad because I'm telling them there's a business. She's here to get a procedure. But we all get in, she's like, why did you tell them I was getting a procedure?
She's worried about. They're gonna know that this isn't my real nose. No, they're gonna know.
She thought that they were gonna put it in some computer that Julie here is getting her nose done in Mexico, and that anyone could look it up. Has Julie ever got work done in Mexico? And it'd be like, look, she got.
No one's gonna think it's natural anymore.
Yeah, so she thought
she leaves with another nose and comes back with a new nose and. She thinks people aren't going to know.
No, but she wasn't getting enough.
Before Instagram.
No, she was getting something simple like fucking lipo. It was nothing that they were going to know. But she was just, she got all blown up.
Yeah,
so anyway,
we
drop her off at the clinic. I get her checked in. And then my buddy's like, let's go out. So we go eat first. And then we go out to the clubs. We go fucking bar hopping. And we get fucking hammered. We get fucked up.
Now, a little bit of this is on you because you didn't have to listen to this crazy Philadelphia trash guy.
What do you mean listen to him? No, I was out. We were having a good time. I knew what we were doing at this point. Then I'm not listening to him, but I mean,
yeah, he's his own person.
I know.
I mean, he is. But
I'm showing him what we do. I'm taking him to the places that I go to him. But
I know how people like Eddie get when they're around white guys.
No, and he's buying drinks. We're having a great time. But and he's trying to talk to all the girls and this and that. Well, at some point, this one girl started accusing us one of us of stealing her money.
Oh boy.
And I was
Here
like,
we go.
I'm not, I didn't steal your fucking money, and she, blah, blah, blah. So we got into this big old thing, and he's getting all, fuck that. And I'm like, where did she get that I stole her fucking money, and I'm buying drinks.
You look in your pockets, there's cash.
Weird.
This dude's all, fuck that. This dude's got money too. So whatever, we split, go back to the room, and we get back to the room. He's like, dude, I took $90 from that chick's purse when she set it down.
So he actually had taken it?
He took it.
Unreal, dude.
I hate this guy.
This guy
him.
is Philly trash.
And I was
through
like, bro.
And through.
And by this time, it's like 4 a.m. We're fucking drunk. And I was like, bro, we got to get out of here. We've got to get out of Mexico right now. That girl probably was going to give that money to some cartel dude, and they're going to be looking for that. They're going to be looking for my car. We got to get the fuck out of here, bro. We got to get the fuck out of here right now. Pack the shit up, and we're going. But I'm fucked up. We're taking shots, drinking, fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm coherent enough to know that we got to go.
You can't hang out and wait to get your head chopped off.
So
because this guy took $90 out of a purse.
You warned him too.
Yeah, so we jump in the car and we haul ass back to the border. We get to the fucking border, and they fucking run our names, and they take us out and put us in cuffs because the dude's got the warrant in fucking Philadelphia.
Oh, so you're sitting there all drunk?
So we're sitting there all drunk on the fucking sidewalk. They have me cuffed too, and I'm hammered. And then at some point, after they cleared it in Philly that they weren't going to come get in, they let us get back in the car and drive across the border. And I hauled ass all the way back to San Antonio, and it's just blurs.
Oh, of course. You're just one eyeing it the whole way.
Yes, dude, trying to with the
Been
windows
there,
down.
Done that, yeah.
The radio fucking is loud and just talk
just
to me,
trying to sober
up. Dude.
Dude, after all that, Marlena said that she wants to cross the border with you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever want to go to Mexico with Eddie.
Right now,
like
is
when we
not the
started
time
the
to
stories,
go.
I kind of wanted to go.
right. But
and then
after
he said head chopped off, and I was like,
bro, I
moneymaker.
I missed a double murder in Mexico, probably because the cartel stuff started building up. That Zeta stuff started getting real in Mexico. You started seeing it all
it's
about
in San Antonio quite a bit too. When I first moved to San Antonio, the Zetas were a problem.
This was like
I don't even know what that
2006, 7, 8. It really started getting bad when we were going down. They carjacked our anesthesiologist. They took his truck from him.
Whoa.
And then a week later, he saw them driving it and went up to the truck and was like, hey, and they pulled a gun and said, what? And he just said,
yeah, no, you
and
keep the truck. You're good. You're good.
yeah, they just drive it around.
They're bold.
They just, if you have a truck or some kind of 4-wheel thing, because it's rough roads and all, they're going to take it.
I'm not a big truck girl.
Yeah.
We're good.
A Jeep or a big truck.
Oh, you do drive an SUV though, Taylor?
Yeah,
no,
SUVs.
I don't.
I didn't say
drive
what
an
kind.
SUV.
I didn't get the license plate number for those.
I ride a bicycle.
But it used to be, dude, Nuevo Laredo used to be like jumping, bro. Like it was, It was awesome to go down there. It was a party, the everything, the market. It was awesome. You could go have drinks and eat good food and just have a good time for cheap.
Marlena said she has a place in Mexico.
You could turn it into a clinic, Eddie.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't work. I'm not a doctor, motherfucker.
Well, we could be doctors in Mexico.
Yeah, we could be. That's true. I shouldn't short myself.
All I do is give free breast exams at my clinic in Mexico.
And then go back. Hey. Yep, you need to go get checked again. You need a second opinion.
You know what? I'm going to have to give them another feel, I think.
That's my job at our clinic.
And I'll be in the other room.
Receptionist.
Definitely. No, you can do the cough thing. You're like, okay, cough.
I don't want to do
Just
that.
old Mexican dudes
Old Mexican
coughing in your face because you forget to tell them to turn.
Well, you're just holding their balls. No big deal. You got this, Taylor. You're going to do great, sweetie.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Tin's already got the name for the clinic.
Wait, tell us.
This is great. Yeah, what's the name for the clinic, Dr.
Actually, I
Tin?
don't know if I want to know. I'm scared.
Honestly, this might get us banned.
What kind of clinic? We don't even know what kind of clinic
I
this
told
is.
you a breast and ball exam.
breast and ball exam.
Breasts and balls. That's my name for the
My
clinic.
mom said
B&B.
Eddie and the dancer from Davey's Dallas trip.
Oh, your mom heard that story?
My mom watches all of our podcasts.
Oh, I feel really. I'm sorry,
It's a
Taylor's
Blumpkin
mom.
type story or what?
No, it was.
Yeah, Davey was giving Blumpkin.
No, I was
At Twin
absolutely.
Peaks.
Twin cheeks.
That's
Twin
why you were
Teats.
so mad that
Twin
there weren't
Teats
any
is what I
dudes at
call
the
it, yeah.
restaurant. It's all happening. I get it.
That would make sense.
Wait, Tim, what is the restaurant or the clinic
Okay,
name?
so you did the insurance, you did the
Okay,
transportation stuff, and when did you start doing comedy? That's what I want to know.
Dude.
Because I mean,
Wait, you
here's
told me this 10 years ago.
14.
yeah, he started 14. Okay, so you got out of prison 21 years ago. Started doing comedy 14 years ago.
Yes.
but you had a quick come up.
Yeah, because I got lucky. What happened was I played a lot of Texas Hold'em too. I played a lot of poker.
Okay,
Poker, barely even know her.
Yeah.
the Blumpkin
Yeah.
Clinic is what Dr. Tim.
Wrecked him, damn near killed him. So I was playing a lot of poker, dude, and I really for a living. Like I was going to sleep when the sun was coming up, from being in tournaments and just house games and making and paying.
One of my buddies did that up in Connecticut. They have those big casinos. When he
Yeah.
gets on in Foxwoods, he'd post up at one of those casinos and just play Hold'em all
And
night.
I did that and hustled, and I flipped card, whatever. I did a hustler's life. I was hustling. But I was mainly playing a lot of poker. And at the poker games, at one game I always went to, some of my buddies were always talking shit. You should go do open mic and do comedy. And another buddy was like, well, I'm going to go do it. And you go do it. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. We should go do it together. And all this stuff. If you go, I'll go, and all this shit. And I just got tired of talking shit. I'm like a person who will do something. I don't like to talk shit.
Sure.
So I looked it up, and I found an open mic at Martha's Mexican Restaurant on Hebner and Babcock.
Martha's Mexican Restaurant and open mic night. Love it. Okay.
Should I do my first open mic night there?
Martha's for sure.
So I don't know if it was a Thursday. I think it's something wants to say it was a Thursday. But anyway, I didn't want to tell. I saw what I thought a common mistake was. I would tell everyone at the poker game and all my friends and everyone, I'm going to the open mic. They'll all show up. I'll do my garbage. I'll gum up and I'll tell them all, how did I do? And they'll be, you were great. And they're all lie to me. So I told one person to go watch me and then tell me what they think I'm doing right or wrong.
Well, so let's clarify, because that's a classic rookie mistake. You do your first open mic and invite all your friends to that open mic, and then
all
you
lie to
think
you.
you're doing great. You think you're doing great, but you're really doing pretty terrible, and people mostly laugh at you because you're just terrible.
I'm pretty self-aware. I knew I was shitting the bed whenever
But if you get everyone there to tell you how good it went, you're going to be kind of delusional and go, it wasn't that bad really then after all, or there's a lot of delusional people. So anyway,
For sure.
I went out there and did it, and I was just, and I did a rookie mistake there. Check it out. They had a sign-up sheet, and I got there early. I'm all, get there early.
yeah.
I want to see. I don't know anybody.
Eager beaver, yeah.
And then there's the sign-up sheet. And so I go up to one guy that he's setting up a microphone. I go, hey, bro, you running this open mic? He's like, yeah. And I go, do I sign up now? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, So I said, let me sign up third.
Yeah, because the 1 and 2.
Then I'll watch 1 and 2,
Yeah.
see what they're doing, and then I'll go up and do my shit. Everybody signed from
under you.
Under
Yep.
me.
Yeah, so now
So
you're
I'm
one.
number one
Yeah.
now. And I
You're
went.
You're
number
leading
one.
off, baby.
Well,
You're number one.
So I'm sitting there, and the dude comes up to me. He's like, "Okay, man, you're gonna go up first. What's your name? What do you want me to do?" So I was like, "No, I'm not going. I'm going up third." And he was like, "Oh no, you're not. See, look,
Look at the
And
list, buddy.
everyone
You're first
signed.
now.
No one
Yeah.
signed 1 and 2, and I was like, these bastards. And I learned that one right out the gate. So I said, he goes, well, anyway, I'm gonna go up first and do mine. So, and I go, well, then yeah, do it, and then that
He'll
way I
warm
don't
him
get
up a little
scared.
bit, yeah.
'Cause I would get so nervous. I was throwing up in the parking lot.
Yeah, you told me this.
Yeah.
That's a thing that Eddie does before any. Well, not any show,
my
but
first
big shows.
show, he was like, "Oh man, I freak out. I throw up all the time." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, I'm gonna fucking shit myself."
Oh,
like,
I've done shows with Eddie, and he'll be like, "Hey, I gotta go to
gonna
the
do my
bathroom real
head?
quick," and he just goes in there and just, and then he's ready to go. He's just ready to go after that.
Before the Michael Blackson show, I was just in Corpus with Carlos Mencia all weekend. I threw up.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
I threw up. No, just this week.
Oh, this one.
This past
that was
weekend.
another throw up. Sorry.
Oh, every show with Carlos, I think.
I threw up. No, not every show, but I threw up the beginning of the weekend.
Josh nodded his head. He knows.
And then
Do you also throw up?
No, I don't throw up, but we've seen him in the back. Like, you good? You can puke? You can throw up? He's like, get away from me.
Stop talking about it.
Yeah. I was like, go throw up. Bro.
oh, bad. I'm gonna throw up Sunday. I know I'm gonna throw up Sunday.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, because we've got the show at Upstage Comedy Lounge on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that show's almost sold out. You will absolutely
There's
throw
like
up before
20
that
more
show.
tickets left.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna leave those for walk-up people.
Should I buy a ticket or am I allowed to go for free?
We'll find a place for
what
you.
do you think?
I mean, I
He
don't
said
mind.
we'll find a place.
We'll
for
find a place for you to stand if there's not a place for you to sit. If every seat,
Yeah,
because
that's
I don't
true.
know
You
how
can't go in the green room for sure.
I don't know
Not
how
allowed in there.
Bobby sets up the club. If it's like every seat is gonna be full and because like I've done.
She can sit on the floor. She can sit right on the floor.
Well, I'm
Big
just
floor
saying,
girl.
if
Yeah.
you don't mind
Can I
standing
sit on stage
or whatever.
Roast me.
Yeah.
Don't roast me.
But yeah, so I'm gonna throw up before that. But
I'm
that's
fragile.
one thing. I started throwing up. Like, well, what happened was okay. So I got there. I went and did the open mic.
Right.
And then I went. I didn't do terrible, but I didn't do good. Whatever. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I went back to the poker game and bragged about it. I went,
Of course,
fucker,
yeah.
for like 10 months.
Yeah.
I didn't go back. I just 10 months.
You did an open mic and then waited 10 months?
Yes.
Didn't do another open,
Nothing.
never on
Just
stage
talk
for
shit
10
at the
months.
poker game that I went.
No way.
And then I said, what am I doing? Let me go back. And so this time I went back again, and this dude, same dude's running it. And I wrote another set of 5 minutes worth, and I go up there and he goes, dude, that's pretty good. You're pretty good. He goes, where are you practicing at? And I was like, nowhere, dude. And he was like, dude,
Just telling Eddie stories. That's all he's doing.
Call this dude. He does it. He'll put you on stage. And then Cleto called me and said, hey, man, I heard you trying.
Cleto Rodriguez?
Yes.
Love Cleto.
Cleto calls me and says, hey, man, I heard you trying to do comedy. I know Cleto from high school, though.
Yeah.
And he goes, I heard you trying to do comedy. I go, I don't know what I'm doing. I went and did a couple open mics. And he goes, well, this new comedy club's opening on 410 called the Laugh Out Loud. They're gonna have a contest to open it. I'm gonna host it. New comedians only. You can't had a paid gig, and it has to be clean. And I was like, I'll go.
You had to be clean?
Yes.
Yikes. Yikes.
I
Big
know.
yikes.
So I
Davey
went.
used to have a hard time staying clean.
So do I.
All right, Taylor. I didn't say anything. I did not say. No, you don't give her an air horn for that, Josh. Absolutely not.
That was a good one.
I didn't snitch you out for.
Bro, your stand-up is literally talking about you having a hard time staying clean.
It's literally. I've never said anything about STDs. You're talking about STDs, right?
No, I'm talking about you
No.
on drugs, bro.
Oh,
Wait, did you just
oh
explain
yeah,
What did you do?
I
You
just
just
dry
run
stitched
down-
myself. Great.
Yeah.
She did that on purpose. That was a trap. She did it on purpose.
Dude,
I like to think I'm that
you
smart.
run with.
You really played
You
yourself,
can't
homie.
like, dude. He's the type to get. Where have you been? I wasn't at the titty bar. Like, God dang, dude. This dude just
I
gave
just
it all.
can't stop diving myself out
I
over
will
here.
not commit a crime with Davey Jackson. That's fucking for sure.
I've never committed a crime ever, Edward.
Yeah, I know.
Neither is he.
Neither is he. We're all innocent. Oh, look at that. Taylor's mom said she has a 3-day weekend. Can she come down and get a seat? Should she buy a ticket? You guys are amazing.
Mom.
Taylor's mom's going to be there.
Mom, I'm busy this weekend, but I'll see you soon. I'll see
You're
her in like
busy
2
this
weeks.
weekend?
We have plans, dude.
We do?
Yeah. Are you gonna bail on me?
Oh, shit. That's
What
right.
happened?
We're supposed to, well, I think we're supposed to go to like a game night or something like that with
Yeah,
a big
we're supposed
group
to
of
get
friends.
crepes.
She's
We're
talking
supposed to
about
have
a show.
wholesome
She's talking about
weekend.
going to the show though.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
Sunday.
definitely the show on
But
Sunday.
we're having a wholesome weekend. We talked about
Oh.
this.
Yeah, Taylor's
I went feral this past weekend. but
she's
this
been having a hard
weekend-
time. And we're gonna have a nice time at the show on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll bring
I don't do
crepes.
like the clean comedy thing. Just the other day, my sister, she is the chairperson that heads the Humor for Heroes committee and does those Humor
Oh,
for Heroes
nice.
shows.
Okay.
And she messaged me and was like, "Hey, do you want to do? I don't know. It's on. Do you want to do a show for the veterans at 12 noon on this day, clean?" And I'm like, "No." For one thing, I'm not a clean comedian. I'm not a, like filthy or dirty comedian.
No,
but I don't want to don't ask me to be someone that I'm not, because then you should just get that person. Because then when I go do it and say, oh, okay, I'll do clean because I want the $150 or whatever it is, and then I go do it and it sucks, and they go, it sucks, and I go, yeah, because you asked me.
They won't book you again.
You asked me to do something that I don't do, and then I did it and it sucks. So why didn't you just ask someone else? And that's why I don't say yes to those. And I told my sister, don't ask me to do clean comedy.
I feel like you
you're
could
asking
make
me
a
to be
lot of your
someone
bits
else.
clean though, especially like the jail stuff.
Oh, I know I could,
yeah.
but I don't want
You
to
have a hard
in my
time keeping your
head.
bits clean.
All right.
If I say
Jesus.
no, but if I say fuck or just say something, I don't want to feel like, oh my God,
I'm so
I just
funny.
ruined it because it's supposed to be clean. You know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't like to go with that in my head. Just get that person that does that because it's not me. When you ask me if you want to hire Edward, you hire Edward.
Get the
you
person
didn't hire
who
Edward to act
excels
like
at that.
someone else.
Yeah, true.
And
Be
actively
real.
writes that way. I mean, that, and that does make sense to me.
Yeah.
But how? So you toured with Juan Villarreal,
what
Carlos
happened was
Mencia.
that contest. I entered that contest and I won third place out the gate. I didn't know what I was doing, but I think where I stood out was because everyone in that we had to go through rounds, but everyone in that contest did the same set to make it to the finals. And in the finals, I wrote a different set each time
for
the round because
Wow.
I didn't know that you'd make one set better. I just thought you go up there and do
That was
new
the
stuff.
mistake I made.
And so I went up there and did that, and it worked. And afterwards, one of the judges was Vance Bradford, who was Cleto's manager, Juan's manager, and
Vance is going to be at the show on Sunday.
Yes, he's hosting. And Vance comes up to me. He goes, "Hey man, you got something?" He goes, "Can you go on the road?" I was like, "When?" He said, "Tomorrow." I was like, "Where?" He goes, "To Midland." Imagine, back to the scene of the crime. That's why I robbed the jewelry store.
Yeah, dude, that's
No,
a
you
that's a
didn't.
triumphant return.
I robbed that one. That's when I went to prison for.
Yeah, that one you did get convicted for, yeah.
If I
Yeah.
didn't, I'd feel like a dumbass because that's what I went to
You
prison
just pulled
for.
a Davey.
Yeah, so
Try to snitch
Out
yourself.
yourself.
Yep.
So I went to Midland and Odessa, and they were like, "We'll pay you $150 a show, 15 minutes, 2 shows a night, and all your expenses." And I was like, "Yeah." And I met Juan, and Juan's best friends with Carlos Mencia, and Juan was like, "Dude, I'm gonna introduce you to Carlos." So they were in like probably a month or so later. They're in Louisiana, doing the Delta Downs Casino in Lake Charles, and Juan said, "I'm about to go have lunch with Carlos," and I said, "Hey, ask him if he can give me a spot on the show." And Juan calls me right back and said, "He said if you can get over here, he'll give you 15 minutes." And I
No
jumped.
way.
And this was noon. This was
And this
noon.
is when Carlos Mencia was at like the height of his fame too.
Oh yeah, big time. And
This
it
is
was
like
sold
Mind
out.
of Mencia time.
It was
Yeah.
a 2,300 seater sold out.
Oh my God.
And so I jumped in my car and hauled ass all the way to fucking Louisiana and jumped on the show in this theater. Dude, I was throwing up behind the curtain when they're announcing my name. And I'm wiping the curtain, wiping my mouth with the curtain.
Just getting throw up curtain.
I've heard that the throw up is still there.
Yeah, but I'm parallel with like the front of the stage. I'm right behind the curtain, parallel with Carlos Mencia, the owner of the casinos. They're kicking it with them. Juan Villarreal, Juan's sons, Juan's mom was there, and some other random people all looking at me right behind the curtain, laughing because I'm throwing up.
Just uncontrollably.
So I come out.
Dysentery of the mouth.
Yeah. I know how many people have wiped their mouths on that curtain. I doubt they throw that curtain in the washing machine.
No way.
So
They steam clean.
yeah, so then I come out and I do my thing. That was the first night I signed autographs and fucking like had fans.
And you
then-
weren't even a year into it at this point.
I didn't know what I was doing yet. Still,
See, I
don't
thought
think.
that was going to be my
You
comedy
thought that was,
journey.
yeah, that's the, yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
we all did.
And
we all did.
then Carlos said, Juan asked him, "Hey, can you get on the bus with us when we get to Texas?" And he was like, "Yeah." So when he got to Texas, I jumped on the bus with him, bro. He took me on the tour bus right out the gate, bro. So
That's so dope.
We were doing.
Me and
two-
Josh never got to have that kind of experience.
No, we were doing 2 shows Thursday, 3 shows Friday, 3 shows Saturday, and 2 shows Sunday.
Wow.
And I was throwing up before every fucking show, bro. And dude, he took us to eat at Fogo de Chao.
You must have lost so much weight, dude.
He took us to eat at I was eating everything though, but I'd throw up because I'd eat all early and then throw it all up later. But
That's an eating disorder.
yeah, well, he took us to Fogo de Chao and he was we ate all badass and he goes, "Hey, bus calls at 7:30." Dude, oh fucker, I'm getting you McDonald's next time. I don't give a fuck, dude. I just need to eat something.
Hey, so Cash Eddie throwing up on
Yeah.
Sunday at Upstage Comedy Lounge. What time were we doing that show?
It's your show, isn't it?
No, it's Eddie's
his
show. It's
his
Eddie's show,
It's
yeah.
your birthday, right?
It's my birthday show.
Hell yeah.
At the
Birthday shout out.
7th.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so I did that and I got lucky. But then from there, I've worked with Michael Blackson, Rob Snyder, Reginald Ballard, who's Ballman from the Fifth Flow. I've worked with like everyone from Martin except Martin.
You just done everything now, dude.
You also have opened up for Davey.
Yeah,
Well,
I featured for Davey.
He did feature for me. Yeah, I mean, a lot would say that. A lot of people would say Edward should have been headlining that show.
You
but
probably
you know what?
wrapped it for Eddie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I just wrapped it up for Eddie on my show.
It
yeah.
is a 7 o'clock.
That was an interesting choice
Doors
of words.
open
I'm
at
sorry.
6. Showtime's at 7.
There we go. So this Sunday.
This Sunday, November 13th.
Yeah.
7
Cannot
p.m.
wait. Producer Josh is going to be on that show.
Josh is going to
Yeah.
be on the
I will
on the
be on
show.
the
We've
show.
got
Justin Governell's going to be on it.
We got Vance.
Aw.
Yeah.
Vance, the one who first took me on the road.
Started it all. Yeah.
He's hosting. Justin, who's coming up now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Veterans Day weekend.
That's
so
right.
Shout out Justin.
That's it.
Yeah, my birthday's Veterans Day, and I'm a veteran too.
Look at that. Navy guy, right?
Yeah, I was in the Navy.
Full of semen. Crazy.
The ship we were on was full of semen, but not me personally. You know, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Christine said, well, Davey's been offered to go on a bus, just not a famous comedy bus.
You know, I was going to say that too, but I was like, I've roasted you enough.
that's the
Thank
easy
you, Christine.
joke. Well, I'm sorry, Josh, did you have something?
Yeah, I got a show like in 10 minutes. I gotta do.
Oh, you have to go. Okay, Josh,
Yeah.
Josh just needs to
All
wrap
right,
it up.
hey man, well, I hope to see y'all this Sunday.
That's right.
The 13th at the show. We're all gonna do a shot for my birthday. I got some more stories I'm gonna add
Yeah.
to my repertoire out there. I'm gonna do an hour, and it's gonna be fun, man.
It's going to be a super fun time at Upstage Comedy Lounge, November 13th, 7 p.m. Be there. Josh, you've got Monk's Jazz coming up.
November 26th. That's Saturday at 7:30 and 11 p.m. Go check that out.
And then, of course, Friendsgiving, Friends with Davey on November 23rd, the night before Thanksgiving. That's a Wednesday at the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. Come through, y'all. All these shows are going to be a time. So any of these shows that you can come hang out with us.
I don't have anything to plug, but I just want you to all go to their show.
Well, Taylor's getting other things plugged.
No, I'm
The
not. Isn't
Blumpkin
that crazy?
The Blumpkin Babe.
Oh, how the
Love
tables
it.
have turned.
Y'all, thank you so much for watching Friends with Davey. We'll be back next week, 8 p.m., Josh?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be here, same time, same place. We got a bunch of cool guests coming up. Can't wait. Taylor will be back live chatting it up with y'all. Love you. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Grab a collage.
Secret Service team, the Eagle has landed and is making his way down the helicopter stairs.